It's a door.
Alrighty then. I don't know what that was. I won't even try.
The awkwardness. It's a visual representation of the awkwardness that is what we do.
Well, that would be true. Okay, so greetings everybody, and we're back. I'm sure you're thrilled. Welcome to Monday, January 6th in the year 2025 of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Cristo. So yeah, he's back, and I swear to God, you guys, you would think he never left because it's as bad and good as it's gonna get, and it was worse than most, if that's even possible. How are we going to do this for a whole year? I'm here with Dennis, aka the Jackie Chair, and Mr. Whiskers, and Xavier.
It's like.
So everybody is here.
Can I give everybody a visual representation of what today's show was?
No.
Yes,
Imagine Dale Earnhardt dying again at the first at the Daytona. You know, because that was the first race of the season, Daytona, and it started off with Dale Earnhardt dying. That's the show.
I don't like.
Thank you.
That I have myself and you guys in, so I'm gonna just change this really quickly.
Yeah.
Sure.
There we go. There we are, everybody. What do you got tonight?
A little bullet bourbon.
Because
I've been fighting I had gotten the flu on the 21st of December. On the 22nd of December, I had 102 something fever.
Ouch.
And then I had no fever on the Monday. And I didn't eat till Christmas.
But you never get sick.
Exactly. And I've had basically a cold since then. Today's the first day I actually am feeling better. This
Are you
was
kidding?
miserable.
You're talking since you got sick after I saw you?
The 21st is when I got sick.
Jesus Christ, babe.
Yeah, it was utterly freaking miserable.
Maybe you got that new China flu.
Nah, it's the typical stupid germy thing in the wintertime fucking flu.
Bullshit. You never get sick. Don't fucking.
No, I've been sick. I've been sick in 8 years. 8 or 9 years.
To this, the flu. You got a little sicker than.
Well, I had a carrier coming to my house.
You got a little sicker than most. That's all I'm saying.
I had this carrier coming to my house, and I had to drive her around and take care of her. Mm-hmm. I think it was because it got cold out, and then I went drag racing, and that was a whole thing.
All right, it happens. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better, and you're up to no good as usual.
Absolutely.
I'm loving that you're calling yourself DJ Classic Garage YouTube personality. That's very cute.
Oh, YouTube personality.
That is very cute. And Puzzles is a Buckwell client. This is excellent.
Yes.
We all know that.
Yes, Dennis looks like Tim Robbins in Silo. I love Silo, Dorian Morgan. I watch that show. So why do the two at the bottom never show their faces? You mean the cat?
She shows her face every once in a while. She just chooses not to because she just knows what the show is.
I don't care.
Who said that?
I don't care who said it. It doesn't matter.
Like, why does he want to see my face?
Because it's so handsome.
I don't swing that way.
Because it's so handsome. That's why.
Actually, that is a representation of what Xavier actually looks like.
There you go. So a little housekeeping. Let's talk about anything that happened in the world of Stern while we were away. We've been doing a couple of Patreon shows. We
is
did
that what we call them?
Shows 9 at 9, and those have been fun. We plan on doing those going into the new season as well, obviously, because I did have somebody yell at me that they didn't think they were getting $2 worth.
$2, really?
Patreon.
I want my $2.
Wow.
He kind of said that. I want my $2 back.
Where are they? Are they from Cambodia? Where $2 goes a lot farther than
Or
here in
better
the
off
States?
dead. I
Don't
think
really.
Dude, I dare that person to name one thing you can buy for $2 these days. Not
I
even
don't
at a dollar store.
hamburger at McDonald's.
You can't
A
buy a
plain
hamburger for
hamburger.
$2.
The kitty meal.
The cheapest one is like $3.
A plain hamburger?
I don't know how much.
And I missed the last Patreon show because I had to go to 2 parties that night.
That's right. Busy
Yeah, it was-
boy.
it was-
Well, luckily we have Mr. Judy Tsunoda and What About Al in our backup lineup, which I always appreciate when they can join us, but I kind of thought it would just be us 3 tonight. And okay, I like Audrey Plaza's husband died. That felt Stern World related, kind of.
sort of, but she never really talked about him because, well, he asked such terrible questions. He never even asked you if she was married.
No, he didn't know if she was married or not. And actually, a guy who won a Golden Globe yesterday, who used to be married to Aubrey Plaza, had won something, had a moment of silence for her and her husband, which I thought was kind of weird.
Well, I mean, it's kind of nice. I mean, he knows
totally
her.
nice.
I mean,
The guy on a lot.
it is kind of a bad thing.
It is a very bad.
It's not a good thing.
It's never a good thing. It's never a good thing. I'm just trying to see what I had in the news factor of things to talk about. I do want to talk about PornHub not being available here in Florida, but we can wait on. I'm gonna do stupid Graham. Oh, definitely want to talk about this. Hold on, I gotta cue that up and lower it all at the same time. Yes, Pornhub, Lenny Kravitz, and JD's top 5 are all in the hitting brick thing for tonight. So Dennis rocking the C. Everett Cooper.
No, I have a mustache. I don't have that friggin' Ahab thing.
Dennis, as I've said to you all before, but you don't believe me, is quite possibly one of the whitest Italians I know.
Oh, Fungul. Fungul, seriously.
Dennis and I sit next to each other with shorts on. You really would think we were an interracial couple. I'm just saying.
Oh, please. I need a week out. If a week out in the sun.
Okay, then when's that going to happen? All right. When's that going to happen?
During the summer. We aren't on the air in the summer.
Sure. Okay, so let's talk.
Lay out once in the last week.
Let's talk about today's show. It was horrible.
Do we have to?
Yes, that's what the show is about. It was horrible.
Oh, I forgot.
I only have 14 clips, but 2 amendment clips. So 16 clips for today. I listened to the entirety of the interview. It was as boring as one could expect, of course, but then came the news, which was from his show. And, he was the recipient of all of the jokes that she didn't tell on the Golden Globes. And
how special.
Important to report on.
I had to, before we even go any further, there was Beth Oates in the listening thread on RadioGunk.com /forums/ Howard Stern.
Yeah.
Was trying to make it like she's some sort of big deal. She is not a big deal. There's nothing big deal about D-list. I'm a whore, Nikki Glaser. They're literally her entire act is I'm a whore, and look at me, I'm a whore.
I think she's in the redemption tour, though.
Whatever. She's 40 years old. In 5 years, no one's going to care about her.
Yes.
She's not funny.
Nobody cares now.
I mean, nobody gives a shit about her. She doesn't get offered TV. She doesn't get offered movies. She is a D-list at best. And she has to try to be shocking and whatnot, but she is literally unfunny and just paints herself as a whore. And
how do you
only so much with that.
How do you really feel about her, sweetie?
I haven't really formulated anything yet. I was just kind of throwing something out there.
Okay. All right. Well, so she came in and spent an inordinate amount of time blathering incoherently about stuff.
Yeah.
Wait. We always need to be clear about this.
Yes.
When you say she came in, you mean she turned on a Zoom meeting?
She was on Zoom.
Okay. Yeah. It's just funny. You know what? I'm really particular about the verbiage because it's always this feeding this narrative that they run a normal show when in fact 99.9% of everything is Zoom calls. So let's call it what it is.
In.
In.
Yeah.
The other part is that I have a feeling she may have been enhanced a little bit.
Who, Nikki?
She seemed. Well, she had an hour's sleep and was at after parties. So you do the math of what that meant.
She went to one after party with her family, and then she went,
whatever.
and she only got 1 hour sleep, and blah blah blah. But it's just very curious that she would come on that show and wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning after.
Oh, no, she woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning to get ready to be on at 6 a.m. on Zoom.
And also, can we be honest? The Golden Globes essentially is a WNBA of award shows. So let's not get crazy about what this means to pop culture.
Okay, well, I was excited that Colin Farrell won for The Penguin. I thought he was amazing in that.
Good, he should win.
Oh, dude, he should win for everything.
I kind of feel
honestly,
like some other Netflix shows, I didn't watch one of the movies or anything.
It is one of the most spectacular performances in the history of like acting. Anybody who hasn't seen that is missing out on some fucking amazing shit.
Yeah, I'm sure. All right, so let's start this little shit fest with his opening, and I might want to add that he didn't actually come onto the show until about 7:04, 7:05, something like that, which is kind of insane. And
I assume he says we're back when he, in it, all essence, has never left.
You don't even have to guess at that because I'm going to play it for you right now. Here we go. And it just kept going.
It's the whole song.
Cricket.
The whole song.
Oh. Line passes.
Yeah, thrilling to be back.
Oh.
Thrilling.
Not awkward at all.
No, not at all.
Time I'm somewhat jaded, I guess.
Jaded in what sense?
In the sense that I'm no longer captivated by the microphone now that everyone has one in their basement. So, the idea.
Oh, the irony. The irony of him being upset that people have microphones in their basements.
So, Mr.
Go ahead, Dennis.
Mr. Self-Aware, dude, you do a podcast. Do you realize that you do a podcast? Like, seriously, you have a microphone in your basement.
Yeah.
Very
and not only this is, if everybody can harken back to the relaunching of the Sirius app, when the first words out of his mouth were, yes, this is my hair. It's blah, blah, blah. He always does this awkward first words of projection. All he does is just project what he is himself.
Let me continue.
If, everybody having access to my job is a little annoying and doesn't exactly get me. I wasn't excited about the job beforehand, and now I'm really not excited.
What?
They started out this way, and everybody was kind of like second guessing online. Is he in contract negotiations? Is he feeling a little upset with what other people are getting now versus him?
So I had pointed out in the listening thread that and Xavier liked it and then pretty much went, yep. I think negotiations kind of started and they've gone really, really, really bad because they pretty much told you're doing a podcast and you deserve podcast money at this point. And
what does that really mean when something like Call Her Daddy gets $100 million? So
well,
what does that mean?
She has numbers though. She actually has.
You can't say podcast money when.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about.
I'm
talking about somebody that actually has maybe 15,000 listeners on their podcast, and that's the type of podcast money they're offering him. Not millions of listeners, not Joe Rogan money. No, we're talking like somebody that has 10,000 people that tune every once in a while to listen to you.
Well, he did come off awfully bitter today, and
you think?
He should, because I mean, obviously the negotiations had started, and he doesn't have his security blanket, Don Buchwald, and they're probably offering him like
whatever
Steve Allen money on channel 352.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, maybe. Honestly, that's where he is now.
Well, you know what? Again, we love to
Speculate.
presuppose and speculate and do all
Speculating
that.
is fun,
And that's all we can do.
Of course, that's all
But-
we can do.
I mean,
but
I'll just say Dennis Rodman won what 3-4 championship rings, but
Yes.
he ended his career playing for like the Tijuana Matador basketball team. That's where he is, and I'm not joking. You can Google where Dennis Rodman's career ended. He literally ended up playing basketball like in Tijuana, and that's where Howard is. He may have been the king of all media 3 decades ago, but now he's no better than Dennis Rodman at the end of his career.
Well, I don't know about that. I
yeah, I do.
think he
I
has-
agree with Xavier.
think-
That's a great
do you think-
analogy.
it's
Do
a
you
different
think?
it's a different story to be a basketball player who has worn out their welcome in the sport of your choice.
And Howard is how different? How
Well, because he doesn't have to beg; he can quit. He makes 90
No,
million.
he can't
Dennis
quit.
Rodman could have quit
He can't quit.
if he hadn't wasted all that money on a Carmen Electra. He could have retired just fine.
You got to remember, Howard can't quit because without any type of outlet, he is nobody, and he knows that.
And we can speculate that he's already a billionaire tenfold and doesn't need the money, but his lifestyle is very conducive to like burning through money really quick. So all we can do is just guess.
Well, but
But-
again, you're going back to Dennis Rodman burning through money really quickly. That's why he had to work. I don't think that they're in the same position just
Mm,
of their
Well-
financial wherewithal.
Well, they may not be in the same position, but at this point, with the gluttony of podcasters and other talent, his talent is marginalized at best. All he has is a name brand that he's already burned through with all his fans. I mean, that's all he is. He's like Coca-Cola, Pepsi. He's a brand. He's a
Jeremy
brand.
Harris says this is exactly what it's about. I guarantee you the break was used to open negotiations as it's 1 year out and SiriusXM's first offer to Stern offended him. May very well be true.
Yep.
And we can go on
Well-
to the next clip and we can talk about it after that. Yeah, here's him lamenting his job status.
There's a couple of funny things that sort of are worth pointing out. But yeah, I mean, I'm here. I had 2 weeks off. That was really good. I didn't do much of anything. But there is a certain disappointment when I come back and I have the same job as Haktua Girl.
Yeah, so getting a little weird about the fact that, and listen, Hug to a Girl is not in the right by any stretch of the imagination. She's a stupid girl that got in with people that, unfortunately, she's probably going to wind up having to.
Go to jail.
Well, yeah,
Oops.
yeah, and but he hates the fact that she rose to some perhaps unwarranted, mostly unwarranted fame and success in a very short amount of time, and was able to cajole a couple of thousand guys to spending a couple $300 million on some
Oopsie.
coin, which then failed spectacularly. But actually, Robin's going to explain that to us in a little
Oh
while.
yes, she's so smart.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Before we get there, let's oh, actually, here it is. Here's Robin explaining Huck to her.
Here you
Came to
go.
her with these offers, let's do this, let's do that. And somehow she got caught up in some kind of coin, like the altcoins to Bitcoin, and all these people. I don't know what they were thinking, but
The
they
financial
spent
guru,
money
my
on
friend.
this stupid thing.
Financial guru.
And then the price of the coin dropped, substantially, and a lot of people lost money. So she's under investigation.
Hysterical.
Can we appreciate? What,
$100 billion to you if you give her $1 billion.
hey Mo,
Yes.
give me 5 seconds. Can we appreciate that Robin's cadence is now exactly like Riley Martin's? She does all the and then she if you slap a freaking Mississippi accent on her, she is Riley Martin, bro.
I hear it. I'm
Not
scared.
joking. Listen, when you listen to her, I want people to appreciate the
Haktua, they came
exactly.
to her with offers and
exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So, here's him lamenting how everybody used to kind of kiss his ass and they don't anymore, sadly. So he's feeling it. He's feeling it at the beginning of the year.
I don't know anything about the Haktua coin, so I add that on to my little soliloquy here. I really don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to Haktua and her coin. It's just depressing to me that everyone I run into in show business that used to kiss my ass because I had the keys to the kingdom. I was the one, if you wanted to get and reach, if you want to get on the air and reach an audience and talk in a way that was provocative and open and honest, you had to come here. Now you just go over to your neighbor's house and sit down in his kitchen and he puts on a microphone, and the next thing you know, you got a few 100,000 people watching the interview. So,
or you go down to your own basement. You
Yeah.
can start your own.
yeah, what do I need Howard Stern for? I'll just put a sign outside my house. Whoever walks by, I'll interview him.
Here's the funny thing I think he doesn't realize. He's not the best interviewer. And it's just so funny. But even today, when I see people and they ask me what I do for a living, and this is not a living by any stretch of anyone's imagination, what do I do for fun? Also not really the right words.
Yeah, this is not the answer for that
Well,
either.
But they always say, well, he's a really good interviewer. He's a really
No.
good interviewer. And it's like, I don't think you know enough about it because enough people said it for it to be true, but they're
listen.
not true.
Listen,
It's not
here's
true.
the thing. Here's the thing. He just explained why his show sucks now. Because he said you should come on our show and I would ask provocative questions. He doesn't do that anymore. He asked Keith Richards if he pretends to be someone else. He asked Bruce Springsteen about freaking, I don't know, about his
life
pant size or something.
saxophone
He
player.
does the same boring interview. So if he still had celebrities on and he still did provocative interviewers, you wouldn't have to worry about Haktua Girl.
No, of course not. But I think this is all feeding from what you guys are discussing, like that he is having negotiations. He's
Yeah,
having
absolutely.
preliminary
But-
negotiations, and he's looking at what people are getting and what their worth is to the world at large. And he doesn't realize that, at 71 years old, he's not, everybody's favorite slice of bread anymore. There's
Not even close.
varieties of bread now, and they don't need him. And you know what? It's really interesting and kind of nice sometimes to hear different perspectives on interviewing, because he's been doing it for so friggin' long. He's just kind of jaded in it.
Well, not really though. If you really, why is it doing that? What's really weird is that
Camera? You have to.
the camera's acting weird now. It's like taking control. It's so disturbing. But the thing is, he hasn't been doing interviewing that long, because before he came to Sirius, when he first came to Sirius, he really didn't do these types of interviews. He was still doing the K-Rock kind of fun, person comes in and you do like, a half hour, 45 minutes kind of bullshitting about stuff, pushing.
Rollers ask questions and other
Yeah.
people ask things.
This started in 2014 after the summit, to try to make himself seem more relevant and reinvent the show, considering he thought that Robin was going to die, and she didn't.
He is New Coke. He rebranded, and it was a disaster. And what Dennis just mentioned about people we should come in, that's the thing. They used to be physically in the same studio. That's a huge, huge problem he has. He is so lazy. He doesn't want to come into the studio. And when you used to have face-to-face with whoever, whoever was there, he could bust her balls, make him nervous. He doesn't bust balls. He's not with them physically.
Anymore.
So there's that.
He's old. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care.
Well, then he shouldn't be complaining then.
Listen, we're just kind of running our mouths about why we think he's saying the things he does. But
no, bro, we could speculate on a lot of things, like what the money is being put on the table in front of him. But as far as what the dynamics of the show is now versus then, there's no speculation. I'm just pointing out. You can go on YouTube for an hour and go, "Oh, that's how the show used to be, and it used to be fun." Now look at what it is now. It's just absolute a bore fest.
You got to remember, he wears his heart on his sleeve. He is really, really hard at hiding the way his true feelings are, because they will come out.
Oh, he's the worst.
He's so thin-skinned that when things bother him, he'll just say it. Like today, obviously everything's going very south and not very well for him, and he's complaining about all these other people that are able to make better livings than him, doing less work, with less staff and less overhead, and he and
He's like
they're
a
just as
bloated.
popular.
He's like the Pentagon. He's like a bloated organization.
Yes.
That constantly is being fed fucking money, because if you don't use it, you lose it. And he's just gonna refurbish that stupid friggin' studio for the
Again.
17th time when nobody is even in there. He's just using the money, because if he doesn't, then he doesn't have a leg to stand on when wanting the same amount going forward.
He's been in that studio since 2019. What is it, like 8 times?
2019.
No, I mean, yes,
that's a good question. We should
I
look
think
at
I think it's like why did it do that?
I have old calendars that we can look back on. You're making me dizzy, Dennis.
It keeps on. The camera has a mind of its own.
It's
says,
fine.
AI
It's
shit.
fine.
You're making me dizzy.
It's making me dizzy. I'm
Just
like, all over the
do what I
place
do.
now.
Focus on puzzle.
That's right. Just
She's
Just focus on
enjoying
puzzle. And
herself.
you're fine.
she is enjoying herself. All right, I'm going to continue now. So, he went into this little tirade. You know what? You guys talk a little bit. I have the heat on in here, and I'm dying.
She's
Okay.
dying. Yeah, the thing is that when it's so weird that he came out first thing on the first day, so hard about his contract on the first day, like no warm up to it, no kind of rolling.
Well-
you know what I mean? It's kind of that's kind of really telling. I can't wait for the rest of this month
Well,
to go on.
The part where I wish I was a fly on the wall is if now that there's a Don Buckwell-less negotiation going on. I mean, my question would be, did they start the negotiations at the same time as Don normally would have? Are they doing earlier, or are they just kind of at this point just building their case as to why they're not going to re-sign him? And I think that they will offer him something.
Oh yeah,
but
they will offer him something.
But I think that it's going to be such a pittance compared to what he used to make, that they're just saying, how thirsty is this guy? Will he take the low ball offer? And I think that's what's irking him.
I don't know.
No, okay, Mo, this is show 1 out of 100 something. Let's do baseline. We don't know.
So
let's just what we're talking about is speculation.
You know what the one
what we're
fact
talking
is,
about,
though?
Yeah.
The one fact is that's those 70 people better start really working on their resumes.
They better
because
start on
they're
their
going to need a
resume.
job. They may need a job at the end of this year.
They better hope they're hiring Amazon drivers that day when the show ends.
All right, so let's move forward a little bit and go into he went into right after this conversation, he went directly into Mark the Bagger. And it was the first phone call he picked up on. I don't have any recordings of that.
Thank God.
Say it was a solid half hour, 35, almost 40 minutes of Mark the Bagger, and then how Mark the Bagger jerked off to Nikki Glaser on the Golden Globes, how much he loves her. And then somebody came in who sounded exactly like Wendy, but was making believe that they were Mark the Bagger's mother. But I think his real mother was.
No.
Well,
I think that was actually really Mark the Bagger's house.
No, I agree. But then they had that chick that does the Wendy voice.
Yeah, making fun of her. It was bizarre. Right. I mean, it literally got so bizarre. I mean, I was just I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. Seriously, I'm like, okay, so now we're gonna just talk to his mother, and then we're gonna what?
Yeah,
What's
it's
going
really weird. It's like, and again, you would think that a show after 2.5 weeks off, zero preparation, take Mark the Bagger for 35 minutes, just it was all just such bullshit. I literally I'm like Gary. I was literally playing my Wordle and my crossword puzzles and not even really paying attention to the show. Honestly, not even paying attention.
Yeah, can we appreciate, like, back in the day, Johnny Carson would have like endless different bits, and he would be on almost all year, and his staff would just come up with these funny bits after fun day after day. These motherfuckers have been off for like 20 something days, and this was the best thing they could conjure up.
The shame of it is that somebody like Johnny Carson, who was so big and so secure in his relationship with NBC, had no problem with having guest hosts in. And
Oh,
they can be
Exactly.
no.
as funny as is humanly possible. Who
Yeah.
cares? You know, people enjoy just a little change of pace, but always come back for Johnny. You know, but Howard's never had the security in himself and in what he does to be able to offer somebody to do a guest spot.
It's even worse than that. Robin and Fred aren't really allowed to talk
Well, they're not
amongst themselves.
to be
Well, I
honest.
understand it, but I think they're actually scared to start holding a real conversation because it may piss them off. I mean,
Yeah.
at this point, I don't think
honestly,
they
at this
can.
point, you got the gravy train until the show's over. Why would you screw that up?
Oh, no doubt. I'm just talking historically here. You know,
Yeah.
is that
Yeah.
this is never something he would do,
No.
which may have even alighted him to a younger audience if he would have brought somebody in who had a decent shtick that could talk to. I don't know. Whatever.
Well, see, the thing is, because he's so self-centered and so insecure, the way it should have worked, he should have got somebody in the Jackie chair and had them, be somebody pretty good, and then they could host the show when he's not there, and that would have built him the ability to, hey, I could be
somebody younger, somebody who maybe more in
Right.
tune with a younger.
And at this point, honestly, isn't Benji like 50 something years old?
Yeah.
Okay, we're giving up on the Jackie chair. Fire Benji. Get someone marginally talented in that position.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You got 70
too
people
late now.
hiring people. You're just
Okay.
hiring people to just be an added layer of shit on that Russian nesting doll that is the
Well, they
Stern show.
had at one point they had a relatively funny Sal and Richard, and
We lost you. Okay, I'm going to move on.
Yes, we did have them.
Yeah, we did lose you, just so you know, Xavier.
And we used to have funny Sal and Richard.
So let's move on a little bit and let's go into the conversation about Pornhub. So as some of you may or may not know, and it's not just here in Florida, it's in a couple of different states. And I think I can't even imagine that this is actually going to continue. I can't imagine that this is something that people fucking want. It's just bizarre to me. It's like everybody wants their porn and their own time and the privacy of their own laptop or phone or iPad.
The funny thing is their conversation about it is so boomer. This is boomer times 5 boomer.
Yeah, I don't even have.
Okay, so the funny thing is that there's something very simple to get around any of this bullshit. It's called a VPN. They're very readily available. They work very well. And it doesn't really, no, really? VPN. No shit.
After Pornhub left Florida, VPN demand surged by more than 1,000%. Duh.
I mean,
However,
but Howard was so confused about how a VPN worked. I mean, he's so boomer.
He needs to call in his people to figure out what a VPN is. He has no idea what that is. I thought this was hysterical, and I love that. See, Pornhub exited Florida. So here's what happens when you go to Pornhub down here. Just Pornhub.com. So you get this chick.
Wait, this is so funny. That's Sherry DeVille.
Okay.
And Howard, Mr. Porn, Mr. I watch porn all the time, lesbian porn too. This is Sherry DeVille. Sherry DeVille is a very famous porn star. She's been around for 20-something years. She does do lesbian stuff. So if you actually watch lesbian things, this would be somebody you would actually know who this person is. He had no idea who she was.
Well,
really,
did he actually watch this video? He did, right?
He did, but he had no idea who she was. And I'm like, okay, Mr. Porn. Yeah, you have no idea who this chick is. And she's probably one of the more famous at this time. I mean, seriously.
So, okay, here's what goes on when you go to Pornhub.
Hi, I'm Sherry DeVille. As you may know, your elected officials have required us to verify your age before granting you access to our website. While safety and compliance are at the forefront of our mission, giving your ID card every time you want to visit an adult platform is not the most effective solution for protecting our users. And in fact, will put children and your privacy at risk. In addition, mandating age verification without proper enforcement gives platforms the opportunity to choose whether or not to comply. As we've seen in other states, this just drives traffic to sites.
She's got really big tits, no?
Yeah, she's I must say she's pretty well built.
Well, that tiger print is incredibly flattering when you have like a triple D.
With
Jesus
far
Christ.
fewer
Probably just regular D's.
Very
come
few
on, that's
sites are able to compare to
She's
the
thin.
robust trust and safety measures we currently have in place. In order to protect children and user privacy, any legislation must be enforced against all platforms offering adult content.
Flop.
The safety of our users is one of our biggest concerns. However, the best and most effective
So long
solution
as any man has actually heard her talk.
for adults alike is to
Exactly.
identify users by their intent and allow access to age-restricted materials and websites based on that identification. Until a real solution is offered, we've made the difficult decision to completely disable access to our website in your region. Please contact your representatives and demand device-based verification solutions that make the internet safer.
I'm not even hearing her anymore. Okay, so that's basically, that's basically what's going on.
Hey, sorry I dropped out, guys. I was busy watching Singapore Casting Couch on PornHub. Sorry,
We don't get to do that. We don't get.
I wasn't gone for that long, if you know what I mean.
So Pornhub is gone. I mean, it's all bullshit.
Not really.
Bullshit. It's just bullshit. You know, people
1,000%.
they think that doing this is going to stop anybody from watching porn. They're stupider than the laws that they're putting into place.
Well,
Seriously.
you know, the thing is, it's about safety of the children. That's what all this bullshit's about, because we can't treat adults like adults.
Realize that porn exists. I mean, they literally jerk off until their dicks are almost falling off. And that's, they just have better access to stuff now. Back in the 70s or 80s or 90s. I mean,
And honestly, Pornhub is one of the more boring sites. I mean, go to there's any of the tube ones. The tube this, tube that. Those are like, they got everything on those.
Didn't some of them get taken down as well? Was it?
Not that I heard of.
Not that I know of.
No, Pornhub owns a couple of different adult websites.
Yeah, of course they do. Yes.
Yeah. Oh well.
Oh Lord, where will
use VPN.
Where will people in Tallahassee get their dog fart videos?
Exactly. The German cat videos. Okay,
Yes.
so his discussion with this had to do with his dad, and of course his father refused to get a computer, even though Howard knew he loved jerking off so much.
Wait. Let's stop here. Arguably, the first personal computer was that 1984 video during the Super Bowl.
Yes.
That was like early 80s. Wasn't Howard really like 58 or at that time?
No.
The hell is he talking about computers?
About his
What are
dad.
you using, an Atticus? What?
You want to hear that? You want to hear the clip, and then we can talk about it?
Absolutely.
All right.
Where you didn't need a DVD or a videotape. You could just go on your phone.
I used to think like, oh, my dad refused to get a computer, but I know my dad loved porn. And I was like, I said, Dad, get a computer. You can jerk off to anything you want.
He never said this.
No,
honestly. It's unbelievable. Like, fuck the internet. This is the best thing. This is what's important.
This might have been what killed him. Do you think he got a hold of it?
Shut up.
Wow.
So, okay.
The bashing of Ben this morning was, it was like we never left, and it's just amazing that he's going to be 71 years old, and he's still can't get past this.
Let's do the funky math. So the internet as incarnation as we know it, the earliest possible year you could go back to is 1995, with most people doing the AOL between
but we didn't
that
have
and 97. That's the earliest he could have had access to that. He died when he was 100 years old. So you subtract that. So you mean to say that he was thinking that he was telling his old man in his mid 70s that this is the best thing to do?
I think you're putting way too much thought into it. I think it was just
no.
It checks out.
I'm just saying, by his own words right now, that he allegedly had a conversation with his old man about the how great it is to be on the internet and tossing, you're punching John Wayne, if you know what I mean. And by the math of when he died, whatever, there's no way that old Ben was, capable of anything at that point.
Yeah, he didn't have anything left in the spank bank.
Yeah.
And-
So
and
this conversation didn't happen, in other words.
like some prolific jerk off guy is kind of crazy to me. But
Yeah.
I think all the
And-
students have been a little bit, boisterous about their
And
sexual
also, back
makes sense.
in the mid 90s, if you wanted to see Janet Jameson's video, you had to work for it to try to find it. There wasn't
Yes.
the video. There weren't these websites like they exist now. You had to go on one of on one of these forums, these weird things where you go on your mail, and then it was like groups, and in the groups you had to hope someone actually uploaded a JPEG that took half an hour to download. So
Look at-
no.
Look at how you're hearkening back to the good old days there, Xavier.
I'm just saying, man. Hey, you know what? I am a nude historian. How's that?
Yes. Okay, so let's move on. And he's of course talking about how he's a resident of both New York and Florida.
No. He said a resident of Florida.
No, I got the clip.
Oh, that's right. You're going there. You won't have porn.
That's right. Yeah. I'm a resident of both places. Meanwhile, I'm still in New York. It's fucking 25 degrees. I'm falling apart. I cannot take the cold.
Why?
I'm telling my wife refuses to let me go to Florida.
So then Robin's like, well, why are you in Florida? He's like, because you want to spend Christmas here. She's like, okay, Christmas is over 2 weeks ago. Why are you not down in Florida? And he's like, I got to take care of some stuff with my mother and and offered no. It's bizarre actually that he's not down there yet.
I mean,
this is late.
and Mo, the thing is, it's very bizarre because he never makes that 185 days, 6 months and a day. He never makes that for tax purposes. He is a moron. He is an utter moron. Ben was right. This guy's a moron. He's costing himself millions of dollars.
Yeah, I feel like there's going to come a time where if I had to prognosticate, I would say that he would give up the huge apartment in the city. He would get Beth a smaller pied-a-terre of some sort so that she could hang out there when she wants to. He'd keep the place in the Hamptons, but then he would spend most of his time in Florida. And I see that happening in his very near future. I mean, I guess he doesn't care about the tax benefit of being down here.
He clearly doesn't. I mean,
really need to. I don't know.
You guys, especially Mo, you're a New Yorker. How much do you think whatever the HOA equivalent is to live in that building, the Millennial Tower? There's got to be like a maintenance and all that kind of stuff, right?
Of course,
it's got to be astronomical.
It's probably up there, but I can't imagine it's more than like $10,000 a month.
Still,
I know that sounds really.
Wait. So he's paying $10,000 a month for a cat to run up and down the fucking halls.
Yeah, exactly.
That's essentially what's going on.
That is exactly what's going on.
And that's not even taking into account the electricity and all the other utilities that he has to pay for that empty apartment that, for all we know, hasn't been visited by him in half a decade.
No, they went there once. I know
No,
they went there
once.
Yeah, once this last year.
Okay.
Once or twice.
Okay.
Let me see what's for sale in his building right this moment. Hang on, let's take a look. See.
And then, and because he put.
Shh. 1 second. Okay.
Hold on.
Now, apartment 54, penthouse 1D. Okay, so it's probably on the other side of him. It's 4-bedroom, 3.5 baths.
Yes.
Okay. A mere 6.5 million.
Yes.
So gotta believe that's what his apartment basically looks like as well. All those windows.
No, his apartment looks shittier.
No. Floor to ceiling.
Well,
floor to ceiling windows and stuff like that. But
But remember, he bought 4 units and tied them together. So whatever you see is times whatever he bought.
let's go with 3 units. Let's go with 3 units of 2,500.
Let's go with 3 units.
Wow,
Okay.
so that's like $20 million worth of shit.
Yeah, the common charges are
Yeah.
$42.19 a month.
How much?
This apartment, it's $42.19 a month.
Holy shit! So it's like he's
Times-
paying like
times
12
3.
grand a month.
Taxes are $33.49 a month.
Oh,
That's like, say, $7,500 for this one apartment. Let's times this by
Times
3.
3.
I can't do the math, but 21, 22, 22,
That's
5.
Yeah, let's
3,000.
just call it 21.
Let's call
Call it
it
even
23 per month.
wow!
per month.
Per month.
To have a cat run up and down the hall.
Yeah.
So
per
that is roughly what, 30?
AKA.
Yeah.
Isn't that like 30,000 at least a year?
A month.
More, right? No, it's way more than that. It's like
A month.
he's paying about 50
It's
grand.
$250,000 a year.
$250,000 a year, easy.
Oh,
$250,000 a year to have cats running up and down.
There
the
you
hallway.
go.
That's right.
Yeah.
And best to be able to go to Girl Town every once in a while and hang out. This is
You
a-
know what? I'm glad that Riley Puppet didn't hear about that because the money that they were
This is-
offering him.
This whole place needs to be redone for almost $7 million. Look at it's so disgusting. Look how
Could you
gross.
imagine what his place looks like?
A hot tub. Look with the gold surround on the bathtub.
Joan Rivers laughs at that.
Oh, look at this. Look at the counter.
Ah! Oh my God!
This is a
Oh
fixer.
wow, that's gnarly.
This is a fixer upper. That's frightening. That it's
Essentially, you're just paying for the view of Central Park when you live there.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean that the herringbone wood floors are nice. They remember when I went there? Remember?
Yes, and you shot in.
With the pumpkins.
You
Yeah.
shot in. You didn't shoot in landscape.
Oh,
You shot
because I had to
portrait.
hide it. What was it? What was I doing? What was I doing? All right, so yeah, that's what you know now. All right, let's move back. Let's get out of here, and let us continue with this shit fest that was today. So yeah, our radio. That's all I called this. I don't know what it is, but let's hear it.
What are
Well,
you
she
doing?
she doesn't understand.
Yeah, for you guys that were just looking at this with us, yes, $26,000 a month, and that is not including all the rest of the stuff, upkeep, housekeepers. I'm sure they have a woman taking care of the cats there as well, obviously,
Mhm.
because that's who gives
Absolutely.
in New York. So one assistant is in the apartment there on a full-time basis, right? And so yeah, like that. And then, oh my God, and then end of the year, you have to give money to every single person in the building. I used to have to make a
Yeah,
list.
grease those palms.
Yes, absolutely.
30 people that you had to give money to. The super's assistant, the assistant of the super,
Doorman.
the 5 doormen,
All the doorman.
doorman, the guy who opens the door for you. I mean, it's crazy.
And that I'm old. I keep telling her, and she goes, "No, you're not. Stop it." But that's what happened to old people. They can't handle the cold.
Mm.
I bundle up like a mummy to go for my walk every day.
I was wondering if you can walk into all that stuff.
Oh my God. I'm like, and then I have this thing that I wrap around my face because my face gets cold. And I come back in and my teeth are frozen and my upper mouth hurts.
Ah, poor baby.
I mean,
This is the show.
and she
today,
says I
you
should
guys.
walk on the treadmill, but that now hurts my ankle when I work on a treadmill. I walk on a treadmill. I don't know why. I don't have a reason for it. She's like, "Well, you got to figure that out." I can't figure everything out.
Okay, so
Is
imagine,
he 71?
if you will, listening to this show and doing everything in your power to actually listen to the show, but there's nothing to hear. It's really
Yeah.
there's
Wait.
nothing to hear.
Are you saying that this isn't a provocative interview?
So
Definitely
all right,
saying-
so you go to no, he doesn't need to go to a mall. He can walk around his 15,000 square foot
Exactly.
house. Literally,
Exactly.
2 laps is like a mile.
and then they
seriously.
include the chairs. Exactly. Yes.
I mean, seriously, he can walk around his house for a half hour, and that'll be over a mile of walking.
Yes.
Or
Never have to go outside.
or go
Yes.
to your $100 million Florida mansion.
Yes.
Yeah, and shut the fuck up. Seriously.
You know,
why?
and if wife wants to stay behind because of Pablo the snowplower, Let us stay behind.
That's what they call it now.
There must be a reason. There must be like a wedding or some
I'm sh-
personalities, something
But this
going
is
on.
2 years in a row.
Th-
This is 2
there
years
is a
in row.
reason.
Yeah, but they
There is a
left
reason, and
point.
there's a reason, and he has a six pack. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does. By the way, this fucking picture of Beth really annoyed the shit out of me.
Which one?
This one. This with her arm that looks literally like it's about to fall off
Holy
of her.
crap!
That's
It's
an
like olive
arm.
oil.
This is why she. This is her little Eugenia Cooney flex. She's so thin.
You know,
By
Ariana
the way-
Grande. Ariana Grande goes, "Hey, bitch, eat a sandwich."
Eat a sandwich, bro. But by the way, that picture she posted a couple of nights ago, where she's got that side profile where she's clearly showing off how thin she is.
No,
Something's going on. She looks skinnier even by her standards. I wonder what the dealio is.
maybe it found throwing up.
She's gone.
And dude,
She has no reason to not to throw
you saw
up.
the picture, right, Mo?
She has chefs.
Yeah, pull it up. I see you scrolling there. Come on.
I am scrolling, but I have a.
Xavier called it perfect because it has a disease called no acetol.
No, I
Yeah,
saw-
she definitely has no
This is
acetone.
what I wanted to show. This was the one that they were talking about. That this is the way.
That's embarrassing.
Nobody cares about that. Nobody
mean,
cares.
that
Look
is-
at that.
What do you mean nobody cares about it? He was just talking about it. That's why I came to
Look
this.
how embarrassing
Look
that
how
is.
no, I'm saying look how preposterous her exaggerated grin is.
Oh,
You
yeah.
realize when he took this picture, it was like in the 30s. It wasn't even as cold as it is now.
Yeah.
In the 30s, and he's dressed up like Nanook of the fucking North. Come
Unbelievable.
on.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought this was hysterical.
That's like he's wearing the equivalent of what in the movie Alien when they went down to the derelict spaceship. He's got about that kind of layering going.
Admiral Perry wore less when he went to Antarctica.
But she only posted it because
Exactly.
he looked like shit. Yeah, here's the other picture.
Of course.
That's the other picture from that day.
Look, they're almost touching.
Ooh,
Wait, show the no acetol.
Toasty Howard and Beth. Brrr. Oh, fuck off. All the way. All the fucking way off with you two. All the way. What is it now? What do you want me to
Keep
show
going up. There's a no acetol picto.
you? Just tell me what it is. Oh, I know the one. I know the one.
Yeah, it's in that $600 outfit.
Yes, I posted
You
that.
can't miss it.
$600 outfit.
Yes. I posted.
And
that.
it made the outfit look bad.
Oh, hardly unflattering. It was just disgusting.
How do you make a $600 dress look terrible?
She has like a little beer belly and everything.
Yeah, it does have a beer belt. There it is on the right side there. It has a little gunt. Look at that. There's a gunt going on there.
If you
Look at
want to call somebody who maybe on her best day weighs 130 pounds, if you'd like to call that a gunt, you're insane. First off,
no, she's got a little zoom in.
Zoom in.
It's flat, and then there's like a little.
That ain't a hard belly.
I have to.
Yeah,
I can't zoom.
yeah. You can zoom.
Shh.
Zoom in on her belly.
Look at that. Look at that little. What the hell's going on there?
It's weird because she's definitely like Starvin' Marvin, and then
Yeah,
she's got
exactly.
that
I
little.
was just thinking that Starvin' Marvin.
For all we know,
Look at
odd hip thrusting out.
No, the
there's
hips
something-
aren't
well-
the hips are lower, man.
Really thin right
and
now.
then she's got
Disturbing.
those velociraptor hands that are disproportionate to her body.
Yeah, she's looking ill. I'm sure she.
absolutely.
I'm sure
Thumbs
she,
up, dude.
but she's definitely looking.
She's lost weight. She's lost weight since like last year.
How do you look so good? Please tell us your beauty routine.
Oh, good Christ.
fuck off, you idiots! Really, just the fucking.
I mean, for her sake, I hope that's just a filter. 'Cause that
No,
looks
I don't think it is
weird.
a filter because there's other pictures.
yeah.
and,
I'm not. I wouldn't argue that at all.
Wait, look at that
He's
disturbing
using
one.
filter,
Ah!
but I think the new Apple phone 16 has like some softening features on it. I think
Yep.
she's definitely using them.
Oh, absolutely. That almost looks like a caricature of Beefus.
Yeah, because last year, I mean, that shit was falling apart, bro.
That
That
AI.
place was,
This is what AI
yeah,
can be used
there you
for.
go.
Yeah.
Make it look human.
You go, girl. You go, girl. You do you.
See, pores are a thing.
They
And-
are.
You soften your skin to look like this. Like,
Which eye is looking at the camera?
mm. See how she like softens all her features now?
Including those razor lips and that friggin' half moon chin.
All right, let's be nice.
Does she know that nobody's
can't be
looking
nice, I'm
for her
sorry.
at this point? I mean,
It doesn't matter.
if
Doesn't
you
matter,
pick,
her, I think.
there's an
She has almost 1 million followers. They want to know what's going on with her.
good for her.
They need to know.
Good for her.
As
She
John
should
Doe
have
says,
3 million.
that's so much filter. The cat is actually one of the rabbits.
Yes, exactly. All right, so now we have JD's top 5 from the Golden Globes. Now I'm sure all of you are interested in this and you needed to know. So I'm going to give it to you.
Hey Mo, quick
Wow.
announcement. Just so you know, I'm at 30% and my current setup I can't plug in. So I'm gonna go until it drops.
Okay. Good to know.
Okay, move on.
Thank you. Okay. JD's top 5. I cut this down, so let's just listen to it and whatever. Here we go.
I want to talk about the Golden Globes. There was a couple of really interesting moments, but you looked at all the women there and you came up with the top 5 hottest women, and I know people look forward to that. Go ahead.
Yes, everybody does.
The top 5 list for the Golden Globes 2025. Number 5, Maren Morris. She wore this red dress.
Okay, Marion Morris looks like she is about 4'6" with little like thalidomide arms. She looks like a borderline midget.
I mean,
And-
she looks like she belongs in Middle Earth. I
she
mean,
looks like she wants to
seriously.
hurt somebody. She looks like the Borg. Like, what's going on with her? Why
We
not-
are Golden Globes. Resistance is futile.
This is the way everybody's been taught to pose. One hand on hip, one hand on thigh. That's just the move. And okay, and yeah, this is again.
no.
So consider the source.
It kind of went. Well, I can't describe it. She wore a red dress. She looked great. She's
Beautiful girl. Yeah.
Great shoulders in the dress, so that was nice. Number 4, this podcast named Brianna Ch-
If she walked in one of the malls down here in Tampa, nobody would even look at her. It would literally she wouldn't even get a second look.
All right, what do we think of this girl? Number 4,
Okay.
Brianna Chickenfoot. Whatever the fuck her name is.
Those are nice implants.
Chicken fry. A lot of cleavage going on, which I appreciate. I love cleavage.
Balls, baby.
She looked great.
Right,
She's
but
beautiful.
is it like when well that's another thing. Like, why do the Golden Globes have podcasters there? I don't understand. I mean, she does look great. She's a good looking girl, but I mean, I thought your list was like for like celebrities who are in film and television. By the way, before you go on with your list, let me just build up some suspense.
JD's top 5.
Her boobs were out. I thought she looked fucking great.
So okay, Brianna Chickenfoot. We basically, I mean, you can even see her like booby scars. Not gonna lie.
I mean, that is a Tampa 4 surgery there. I mean, that's seriously, that is some bad surgery.
And these tattoos look like chicken scratch, and I hate that tattoo style nowadays that people get. Like, it's just I don't know.
Where it's just odd placements of weird
Odd
things.
placements of random shit, and I
mean, those implants actually look like they hurt.
they look a little painful.
They look painful.
Yeah, agreed.
Number 3. I've loved it forever. Abby Elliott. This is her look last night was cute hot. She looked very cute, but also hot. So
Why is that so fast? Why is that?
I have no
happening?
idea, but it made.
I thought that
JD
was
almost
my
uninterested.
connection.
it's cute hot. So
Wow, why is that happening? That's so weird. Sorry guys, I don't know why this is going
last
on.
night was cute hot. It is for
Wow, okay,
Golden Globes
so-
have podcasters there. I don't
I'm just gonna run through them then. Hold on, let me see what the next one's like.
Well, did you hear the story about me being water?
I'm waiting
It
for
made the show
it to
more
say
interesting.
operator standing by at the end.
Let me see what's going on for you guys. That's kind of weird. Why do you think that's happening?
Don't ask me.
Uh-huh.
Huh.
Ooh.
What a shame. I guess we have to move to the next clip.
Well, just show the next pic, though.
Okay, I go to the next picto. This chick who's
Eh.
in the bear, I think.
Eh,
A little Tanko-esque. I think she's kind of.
yeah. Eh.
Yeah, I don't know much about her. You would have heard more about her in the
You want to
thing.
get
I
her
don't
name?
know. Yeah, you have it on your list.
I have it. I actually made a list on RadioGunk.com.
Hold on, I'm gonna take these out of here. Let me delete. I'm gonna shut my VLC player. And then I'm going to go back into it.
Hold on.
Options. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to open it. Guys, you just hang with me.
I'm
because
hanging. I'm just looking for the list.
Did you get her name?
Oh, hold on. The damn page won't reload. All of a sudden,
Okay.
I'm having a problem on the website.
Jesus.
I got it. Hold on.
Okay, I started them again. I got it right now. Here we go. JD's top 5.
I want to talk about the Golden Globes. There was a couple of really interesting
Shoulders in the dress, and she looked great. She's beautiful.
But is it like one? I mean, I thought your list was like for like celebrities who are fenced.
JD's top
All right,
5.
I got who that is. Now.
I thought she looked fucking great.
All right, go ahead.
I can say it, bro.
Number the next one.
Number 3. I've loved her forever. Abby Elliott. This is her look last night was cute, hot. She looked very cute, but also hot. So
Isn't that Chris Elliott, the comedian's daughter?
It is.
Wow.
Number 2, Demi Moore. It wasn't like a revealing dress, but
Demi Moore, number 1 is her name, you idiot.
Yes.
Has absolutely been eating fetuses or something because she does look spectacular for 62 years old.
A little on the thinny side.
She does, but do you think right now out in the International Space Station they're going, hey, where all the sleeping blankets go?
What?
All the space blankets, where'd they go?
Okay, she
Either that or right now there's a aisle that's lacking aluminum foil
she looks great
at Walmart.
A little too thin, a little scary.
A little thin, but not.
I think she looks fat. She
So
could lose 10 pounds.
Too much clavicle. I mean, I could make a bowl of soup in those things.
Oh
But here's the thing. We all know the reason. The secret to her useful look is that vampire sucked Bruce Willis's brain.
Yes.
And he paid the price for it.
Pay the price. Here we go.
to me, it was a very elegant dress. She looked great.
All right. And who's number one? Who was the hottest girl of the night?
So number 1, I didn't want to put her on the list. I didn't want to show favoritism because she is our guest today. But Nikki Glaser looked too hot to not name her the hottest.
Okay.
That butterface just that'll stop traffic. Oof.
Let's take a look. Zoom in.
Enhance.
Yes.
Enhance.
Yeah. Well,
Well, I'll stop traffic.
let's just say, good thing she's got personality.
Oh wait, not really.
Wow, she did do
Yeah.
5 outfit changes that day. Let me see some of the other ones. Nikki Glaser, Golden Globes, images. So there's one of her dresses. Then she dressed like the Pope in one of these dresses. Then she had on this lovely black titty dress.
Wait, let's give that one a shot. Let's see what we got going on there.
Oh, you want to give that one a shot? All right.
Let's
here.
see. Let's see. So you don't notice her face. Wow.
I bet she's much better looking in person.
I don't know. I think she can win a butterface
Sure.
contest. I think 100% she could have won a butterface contest. Oof.
She's got a one jean splice off of Jennifer Lawrence kind of vibe.
Yeah.
A jean splice off. A jean splice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So nonetheless, that was the
Look,
top.
are you saying that she's got an extra, was it 21st Tricinian chromosome?
Yes, that's exactly what I was saying.
Tricinian.
How did you get what I was saying? So none of my
That's
questions
just a fancy way of saying Down syndrome.
Okay, so let's go on to Lenny Kravitz, guitarist. Now, did you know Lenny Kravitz, guitarist? For some reason, they all think looks just like Howard, and apparently, and I think this is complete and utter bullshit. Yeah, let's play the clip. Hang on.
Well, did you hear the story about you being on stage with some rocker?
It's so
Did you hear the story about you being on stage with some sort of rocker?
silly. New Year's Eve, I guess on New Year's Rockin' Eve, Lenny Kravitz performing. You know how there's that guy who plays guitar for Lenny Kravitz who looks like me, except he's better looking and thinner. But he kind of has the Howard Stern look, if there is such a thing, you know, with the big
Right.
hair and the sunglasses and kind of the John Varvatos clothing. So evidently, a lot of people thought, like people were writing, "Hey, Howard Stern
People were
must have
writing.
gotten good on
All right.
guitar
A lot of people thought.
So
because he's playing for Lenny Kravitz."
Yeah, right.
all right. So I looked up. I did a search, right?
Mhm.
And it was the same article over and over again by different lousy online outlets. So basically, Team Buckwald press released this, and they just and these really shitty sites just took it and ran with it. That's literally what happened.
All right, there's the guy.
He looks nothing like Howard.
Everybody was writing in to say, "Oh, Howard, did you get that good that you would play backup to Lenny Kravitz in Las Vegas on New Year's Eve?"
Sure.
It just nobody would say this.
No, nobody would say it. No.
Nobody.
Why
No.
would they?
So yeah, so this is one of those press releases that they sent out to try to get noticed, and like, you know, the India Free Press and like MSN,
India Free Press, exactly.
yeah, friggin' ran with the story. Same exact headline, same exact article, front to bottom. That's how you know it was a press release.
Yes. Yes, you're exactly right. So yeah, I think he continues with this. Hold on, let me see if do I have anything else on Lenny Kravitz guitar? Oh, right. So here's Robin's excuse for this. So Robin, of course, is saying that this guy, it's really because of you that this guy has any sort of, anybody noticed him or at all. Here, listen to her.
Well, how many times do they pick some guy out of Lenny's band to focus on? So the next day, he was all over the papers with a picture of you because he looks so much like you. He finally got some notoriety, and it's because of you.
Can you even imagine the balls, the hubris?
And can we not get crazy? We're talking about Lenny Kravitz. Lenny Kravitz is to music what Chubbawamba is to whiskey drinks and cider drinks. Okay, there is absolutely the dude. If he wasn't the son of a famous actress, he would be doing DoorDash today.
He also has eaten small fetuses to stay at cool looking.
I mean, he actually breaks that whole black don't crack. I mean, it's actually at the point of actually disturbing.
Worst looking human
The dude had one semi hit, and that's it.
Are you talking about?
And what?
Are you gonna go my way?
Go my way.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's Let Love Rules, and then he had Are You Gonna Go My Way, which was like what, 1998. It was the equivalent of the Macarena that year.
Yeah, but he's still working it somehow. He's still working the look.
So what? So is Rat.
All right.
So is Rat.
I mean, so is Rat. So is Poison. So is like a Great White.
As Lenny Kravitz? No, they do
Give
not.
me a break, dude. You could go. Come on, Lenny Kravitz. Come on. Let's be honest.
I am being honest. I think that he still looks really fucking good. What's wrong with you?
But that's all he has.
Yes.
He's a good-looking dude.
That's all you need, though. As Fernando says, it's better to look good than to feel good.
That's right. He's got three.
Bro, I told you this afternoon.
What?
I went to go see U2 in Anaheim during that big Claw tour, and Lenny Kravitz opened up for him, and my friends and I decided to go outside and drink beer and eat hot dogs rather than see him.
Oh, that's like me going to see Guns N' Roses, and Metallica was the opening act, and we weren't even going to go see them.
Oh, are you saying Lenny Kravitz is the equivalent of Metallica?
Listen, I'm not saying
Metallica was this. Was it after 88 Metallica or early 80s Metallica?
All I'm saying is that he looks good for his age. Jesus Christ.
He
that's
looks
all I'm
good,
saying.
but as far as the talent, if you look up in the dictionary, marginal, his
Uh,
picture will be right there.
Marginal.
Marginal at
Yeah.
best.
Because that's what he is.
Fine,
He's
whatever.
marginal. Hey, dude, I get it. You're a chick, and he's a good-looking dude. But
Yes.
other than that,
Have my moment. What's wrong with you? What is wrong?
yeah, okay, cool.
Jesus.
Absolutely cool.
Okay.
Yes.
So then,
I mean, honestly,
What?
he's rock and roll Kylie Minogue. Okay,
gosh, what's wrong with you people? You know, assholes. Look, everybody's jumping on the YouTube bandwagon right now, just so you know.
I mean, Kylie's a really good-looking broad, but I mean, do I really care about a red blood woman, whatever the hell song she has, or the locomotion? No.
No one of
The
her songs.
locomotion.
Moving on. So he let us know that he actually called people on New Year's Eve this year.
Sure you did.
And we're going to talk about it. Okay?
Yes.
Here we go.
Yeah.
We just
Yes.
I'm going to play the clip.
Once again, we get no money for being producers for this guy.
That's right.
Yeah. How early did you go to bed New Year's Eve? I was asleep by, I think Beth and I were in bed at 7:30. I did. I should mention, I called a bunch of listeners.
Did you? I wondered if
New
you guys
Year's
were going to
Eve.
do.
What time do you think he called he claims 15 listeners?
All
What
right.
time do you think he did that if he was in bed by 7:30?
So my
There's a
favorite
time
part.
stamp right there.
Go
My
ahead.
favorite part of this was okay. I just kept going. Well, all right, produce the tape. Come on, you did a bit. Produce the tape. Show us. Let us hear some of these calls.
Right.
You're a radio guy. You have a full fucking studio in your basement.
Studio.
Studio in your basement, and you can't record one of the phone calls. Like literally, you can't prove that you actually did this.
No, because
you
there's
didn't
no
do it.
way- There's no way he went down into that stupid basement. to
They didn't make
phone
any phone calls. They called no
Took-
one.
They took you know what's curious? I wonder how they did this because there's no way they're going to do it with a phone of their like their cell phones. You know what I mean?
No.
Do they get like Consuela's phone and call? Like I'm
They didn't
curious.
call anybody, Mo. They
You
called
got
no one.
Consuela's
A lot
phone.
of people went on here to say that they did. So anyway, Xavier made this thread breaking RadioGunk reminds Howard to randomly call people, which was now shut down. So I was like,
Look at the timestamp there. That was 5 minutes after that post was posted. So you have exact time.
and this was put up 18 minutes prior. So, and this is Eastern time here. So 5:47. So let's say it was 5:30. Let's go at 5:30, right? And then it was taken down. So good thing you had the screen cap, which is what we always tell everybody to make sure.
Actually, the screen cap's later in it. The actual real screen cap of them asking is a little bit later in the thread from somebody from Reddit actually did that.
Who wants a phone call? Post
Oh,
your
okay.
No. And I gave credit.
Yeah.
The reason I think it was removed is because these idiots put their phone numbers in the
No.
section. So that's why they probably took a bunch of people's phone numbers, made their phone calls at 5:30 in the afternoon.
No.
I don't think he's a sociopath. I don't think he would give two shits about people's phone numbers. They were taking a Drummond, and that is why they stopped it.
No, I truly believe that they
No. Do you know
I
how?
don't.
called
Do you know
people.
what Howard's? Do you know when Howard's lying? His mouth is moving. He never called anybody. There was no phone call.
I love you guys would be too nervous to ask a normal question. Nobody asked you to ask questions, Bonnie. Okay? 1-800
Bonnie.
shit. Very funny. Thank you, Bubble Booey. Jesus Christ. 92 wine.
Why did I whine?
Yes, truly amazing how they lurk here. It's true because we had just mentioned that they didn't do their thing. Like, what happened? Holy shit! Look what just happened. No comments yet. So, oh, this is when they took it down.
Yes.
Yep.
That was what happening.
There was like that brief moment where you could still link to that, and then it went away.
So it wasn't even up for 30 minutes. Not even half hour.
Nope.
Damn it, Mo's gonna yell at me for not doing screen cap of the original post.
Yeah.
Here we go. Get a call from Beth and Howie tonight. Oh boy. like seriously, what lunatic posts their phone number on a messaging thing?
Have you read Beefus's stupid gram comments? Have you read them?
Yes.
These are not menses on that group there. This is not a very smart group of people.
Right. Happy New Year. The amount of deleted posts this hour is outstanding.
It's truly outstanding.
Wow.
and like later when you see people that claim to have talked to them, and when you go to their profiles, the majority of those were private.
And what started this was the other thread that he.
Yeah, it's been a little wonky. I have a.
Did you delete that thread?
No,
it's still there.
Okay.
In fact, I might have done a link to it.
That you did, and I clicked on it and said I was having issues.
It's still there. It should still be there.
Wow, did you not just see that I clicked on it and it was having issues?
I
the
know,
site's been a
but you know
little
what?
wonky today for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
It is wonky. Anyway, so they apparently made these phone calls, and I thought that there were some other things here that said, oh, right, then they changed it to Happy New Year, love us. Howard and Beth called me tonight. It was the greatest call, Beth. You and Howard are the best. My partner and I appreciated the call. You made our year. Happy New Year, everyone.
How about generic?
They
That is
missed
so
the call.
generic.
I missed it. Just out of curiosity, did it say unknown number when they called? I've always wondered. No, it was a New York number.
Wait, whoa. I sent an email, and within minutes they called. Wait, that's not what.
I know. What? I don't know.
I use a strongly worded telegram.
And within minutes they called. I won't post the number, but it was them and they were amazing. Unbelievable phone call. Howard said, we send you peace and love. Yeah, really, really innovative there. We chatted for a bit. They asked me what my New Year's plans were. We talked about that, and then they let me go. Best phone call. Beth and Howard made my year. Amazing.
Wait a minute. How did he send an email? Like, where did he know to send an email?
I know, right?
I'm confused because they said post your thing there.
You know what? They sent a correspondence to Jokeland, and Jokeland forwarded to them.
Thank you. It was mind-blowing to hear their voices on the other end, both so happy and one.
I like the next comment.
I wish this for all fans. Alex, I'll take things that never happened for $1,000. This one says, I received a phone call as well. It was a wild 2-minute phone call. I still can't believe that happened. They are super nice, and the convo flowed without much effort. Asked me where I lived, what I do for work, what's my plans.
Yes, this really happened.
What a crazy
in fact,
10 year.
In fact, Puzzle got a phone call.
Yes, how'd you know? It was very disturbing, actually. I had to put
it was
her on
meow,
the
meow,
phone.
meow, 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 meow.
Thank you guys so much for the call. That was amazing. And I'm sorry I talked so much. Love you both and happy New Year.
Why does that not seem true?
It's because it wasn't true.
Jesus.
How does that not sound true for some reason?
The best Bugs Bunny ever, by the way.
Yes.
Just always. All right. So anyway, so he alleges that he made
See what it says. This his account's private. What a quinky dink.
Yes, of course it is.
Of
course it is. So let's continue.
That.
Yeah, again, it takes a lot of energy to get me to do it. It was one year when my wife said, it was a couple of years ago, my wife said, let's make our New Year's Eve calls. And I went, I'm done with that. I don't want to call anybody. Yes. And she got so upset with me that New Year's Eve. Let's just put it this way. It ended with the silent treatment in bed.
Ooh.
Because you didn't call fans?
I don't even understand this.
Well, here's the thing. Beth has her own foundation. She just can't call people without Howard. She could easily do this by herself. If she really wanted to.
Oh, for her cat people, absolutely. Yes.
She's got a million followers, right? I mean, if she can just figure out what they're saying in India, then she would do wonderful making phone calls. Hello. Yes, I am random fan calling you for congratulations on a new year.
Hello, Lisa Luhu. Yeah, sexy bitch. Did I get your pooper? What pooper? What are you talking about?
A pooper?
They said that they made New Year's Eve calls, but you saw the what we have as proof, so that doesn't mean anything. So
I'm a little
nothing.
suspect. Yes, yeah.
You two are such conspiracy theorists.
This isn't theorist. This is freaking fact,
first of
man.
all, let's stop. When was the last time they did this prior to Radio Gunk reminding them? It's been a while. And I posted that first thread, and the first alert said it's been years since Howard called people on New Year's. And then coincidentally that same day they make phone calls on New Year's, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Whatever.
I don't think so, Lisa. Okay, let's move on. And again, I don't have that many more clips. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, I only have about 5 minutes left of battery, so that works out.
So they got into a conversation about the Christmas party. You didn't really miss anything, apparently. It just wasn't anything. But because Dennis forced me to listen to this.
Sorry, not really.
Now you must. How horrible is this?
This is really terrible.
Wait, why isn't this a Hanukkah-based song?
It's the chicken dance.
I know it's a chicken dance, but I mean, it's a Christmas. Are they talking about Christmas? Shouldn't like the horror be the?
I don't know when this came in terms of the whole thing. Yes, Lisa, my love, I did get it. Is the wig pick authentic? No, I did that on AI. Isn't that fabulous? I kind of love it. The one I used for today's thing. But yes, I did get it. So thank you. Okay. So here's the only thing I got out of the entire Christmas conversation is, and again, it's JD. So what are we talking about here?
What is that? It's too much. Any other like notes from the party aside from the
party
bathrooms?
went really, really, really late. So the official room we were in with you and Rob, and that ended at 9:00. They kicked us out of there right away. So we went up. There's a bar at the same place on the rooftop. So we went up there. People were partying until about 1 a.m, and then I believe there were even after parties. And I really think JD owes John Blitt a huge thank you. JD got a hotel for the night for the party. It was a $600 hotel room, and then he got sick.
Wow.
So he went to go cancel the hotel room, and they wouldn't give him his money back. And John Blitt went, talked to the hotel, in 30 seconds, got JD all his money back. So,
Wow.
Wow.
First off, what is JD doing spending $600?
I don't know. So we have Aunt Jemima, some lesbian, and a monkey.
Yeah. Walk into a room, right?
She does not look well. I mean, seriously.
Well, I mean,
Yes, think.
What do we expect, really?
I mean, but she doesn't look good.
Oh, look, it's our microphone.
What? Oh, it is our microphone. I know. How funny is that?
It's our microphone.
That's
Behind them.
hilarious.
That is hilarious.
Wow.
In a bizarre fashion. That is hilarious. I don't know if that we actually wound up figuring out where they had this party.
Yeah, we did.
Where was it?
It was downtown. It was actually downtown. You figured it out.
Right, but I had pictures of him prior to that, which was kind of weird. Gary and Mary, remember?
Yes.
Someone sent me. Curious. All right, so yeah, that's your crew. That's your crew right there. So yeah, all I got was JD's paying $600 for a hotel. There was nothing else of any note. He sat down with a couple of people. Robin said she was only going to say hi to a few people and leave. She didn't. They wound up partying until like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And I guess a good time was had by all. So yeah, there you go.
It's weird that he's looking. He's doing a review of a Christmas party, looking for something to talk about. When a few years ago, Scott went off on Marcy Turk shortly after his wife had died. But that was never mentioned. If he wanted something to really talk about, he could have talked about that.
So what's really weird is that they said they had actual video cameras at this. So this is going to be tried to be used as content on the app.
Oh.
I swear to God, they said that during the whole thing.
Hey, it's going to be the #1 thing on TikTok.
And it was so weird.
I still would kill for Howard's Christmas card.
Oh, absolutely. So the weird thing is there was no Ronnie today.
Yeah, that is kind of curious.
It was very, very weird.
Curious. Don't know. Okay, we're gonna move on.
Maybe it's against his religious belief to be at a Christmas party.
So
Just
Nikki
saying.
comes in and she sounds frenetic. The conversation was absolute bullshit. All Howard wants to talk about is how she felt about her. He likes to play on her insecurities and how insecure was she about how it went down. And, it was all really leading into being able to, again, talk about the jokes that were skipped over, which seemed to be the biggest thing in the news about her today. But the conversation in general was just
she was very very actually the word would be frantic, because she kind of was jumping from place to place, which is why I was saying that she had a little medical help,
A little bit of
again.
Peruvian marching powder.
Yes, a little marching powder going on, because
guys, come on. You're better than this. Stop it.
no, I'm not better than this. You know that, and honestly, that's what she sounded like.
Do not do this.
Do not do this. She went to after parties. I don't know. And got an hour's sleep in Hollywood. I don't know what happens there.
After party, but here, this is all the things about
about her boob flying out.
And no, about here reveals 10 harsh jokes. Here's the jokes she didn't say. Here's the thing opening gross jokes. Here's the best moments. So this is all stuff relating to.
So it's not even her tit flying out.
Talking to Howard Stern this morning.
And she didn't write those jokes. She has someone writing it for her.
No, she said she has a crew.
There's no way.
She has a team that does.
She's a hack's hack. So yeah,
exactly.
Hack. All right, here's just a little bit of the rambling, and it was so ass kissy. I hated it.
Hearing it from you, I'm fine with it.
And JD, who works on our show, also rated you. He does his top 5 hottest women at the Golden Globes every year, and you came in number 1. You beat out everyone. Yeah,
Whoa, I'm actually that means something.
Really?
Like you beat Zoe Saldana. You beat.
What?
I mean,
there's no enhancement going on there.
Oh, you did.
The shock and amazement. You just,
Yeah, JD.
So funny.
And Mo, since I'm about to drop off, you're right. I want to apologize for what I said. What I meant to say is she went to Colombian Starbucks before the show.
All right, we only have 2 more clips. So if you lost, you lost. Okay. So then Robin, of course, comes in. I mean, they blathered for like what, hour and a half?
Yeah, Blobbin actually, it was hilarious that Blobbin was popping in and out of this interview because it was just so blasé.
Yeah, it was just and
it was so weird. She would just pop in and say inane things, and Space Cadet Glazer would just kind of like,
like this clip. Please hold.
I do want to mention
she's, she should be congratulated for being just, Nikki Glaser is going to be the host of the Golden Globes, not Nikki Glaser and a team of other women are going to be the host of the Golden Globes.
And
what the fuck are you talking about?
Literally, the room went silent.
Nikki was like, let me see if I can find really quickly. Did Stern put that on today so we could see what Nikki looked like after, I don't know, 40 hours of bad road?
Exactly.
Son of a bitch.
There's no way there's video up to this yet.
No, there probably isn't. I was going to go into congestion pricing in New York City, but
fuck them.
Stern show. Okay, let's see. Listen live. No, it's not up there. It's not up there.
Oh,
imagine that.
So we can't see. So we can't see what she looked like after having Escobarcino.
After being up for almost 40 hours. Yeah.
Yes.
You absolutely. Oh, she actually doesn't look that bad. Hold on, let me see if I can.
What is there? So you shot it with the Hubble telescope? I mean,
Let me see if I can copy and paste this.
Yes.
is it through a bed sheet?
Yes. This is just. Well, it's weird. You know what's so weird? If you go to the Stern show
Yes.
on X without logging in,
Yes.
so weird. The thing that comes up without being signed in is his interview. That's so weird.
Could that be because your browser's cached?
No. Well, it could be.
That is so weird. Yeah, it is kind of weird.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna sign in so that you guys can see Nikki Glaser live.
Do we
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, I got it. I have to do this for you because my OCD compels me to show you all of this shit. All right, here we go.
When you come out there, you're a comedian. They're all famous A-listers. I just felt like everyone they were a great audience. Kind of catch me and walks over and he's like, this is, such a tough gig. You did such a great job. He gave me everything that I wanted. And he said, and by the way, you just need to know they're not speakers in the crowd. If you don't get the reaction that you want, we can't hear you.
She looks like a weird and bizarre combination, like I said, of Jennifer Lawrence and Paris Hilton.
Yeah.
And and I've been assured that they could, and that
pupils.
Harrison Ford issue, but there were pockets, that maybe people couldn't hear. But he was so nice that, and he said,
to tell you,
next year,
yes,
ask for more money.
During the ceremony, Jon Stewart, the king of comedy, tweeted, "Nikki Glaser is very good at this."
Oh, that's a
so
perfect weird, you guys. They just picked this up 1 minute ago.
No. Shocking. Hi, Jason.
I look up to so much and value his opinion so greatly. So that was just like, okay.
All this shit is so heavily edited. It's kind of crazy.
That these guys don't pay any kind of money to the host, and it's a tremendous amount of work.
I feel well paid for what I do. Like I feel I'm all right. Like and at this first year when you're just trying to prove yourself, I honestly would have done it for free.
It's so cute that she's 40 years old and she's still trying to prove herself. Like, how does that work?
It's over. No, Jose. So what we had here is they use a thing where they use multiple cameras, and what they do is they try to make you look like Nikki and him are in the same room when they're actually 3,000 miles apart on Zoom, while Blobbin is another 100 miles away on Zoom also.
Yeah, they don't care. Every set now looks the same, so you don't have the feeling that. Yeah. Okay, so there you go. There's Nikki today. Let's move on.
Interesting.
Yeah, I wonder if Gary flew out to set up the studio.
I doubt it.
I doubt it too. They have Rashawn out there. Well, I don't know.
6 a.m. Rashawn ain't getting up at 6 a.m.
I don't know. Of course, Rashawn is getting up at fucking 6 a.m.
No, he isn't.
To do.
Come on, no way. He's a DEI hire. He doesn't have to get up at 6 a.m.
Oh,
he just has to show up to work.
End of show. Here we go.
Nikki's doing an Alive and Unwell tour. For tour dates, go to nikkiglaser.com. Hear Nikki on SiriusXM's Netflix is a Joke Radio, Channel 93. Best of luck to you and that guy you're currently seeing, who shall remain nameless.
That guy.
And that guy. And
long-term guy, Howard.
Yeah, long-term guy. Good for you. Nikki, great seeing you. Thanks for coming in the day after your big night. And
of course.
Congratulations again. You're fantastic.
This was so fun. I love you. Thank you so much.
And congratulations on Mark the Bagger coming twice.
That's really the true prize. I might have lost the Golden Globe last night.
You know what?
I won this morning.
I feel bad for the glam team because Mark said he didn't see any other outfits. He just came and went.
Oh my God, Mark.
Alive and Unwell tour day.
Robin, really, Robin.
Wow.
Go to nikkiglaser.com. Hear Nikki on SiriusXM's Netflix is a Joke Radio, Channel 93. And we will see you guys tomorrow and much to talk about
No,
because we were away for 2 weeks, and we'll catch up on everything tomorrow.
like what?
I doubt that.
Like what? I mean, seriously, is he gonna do Jimmy Carter? This is your death wiki 2 weeks later.
Is he going to do Sternak?
Oh, we were still waiting for Sternak.
Is he going to do Jonathan Lit and JD in Paris?
In Paris, maybe.
Is he going to do Mamet embedded with Flava Flav?
That's on the list.
Okay. Geez, I think that's it. I'm just all tapped out now.
I mean, today's show, literally, I listed out the first 35 minutes, and you could have just thrown it on any day of any month during the last year, and it could have been the first 35 minutes of that show.
Evergreen. It's evergreen radio.
Oh, it's never green. It's non-tent.
Never green. Yeah, he didn't mention anything that was like newsworthy other than the Golden Globes today.
Well, that's because he says he doesn't watch any news, which is really great when you're going to be doing a show about pop culture, because, you know, that really clues you into everybody. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah. So that was today's show, my friends. It was lackluster, as you would expect it to be. And don't think I've forgotten about the fact that I think they're going to definitely go into like a whole Robin prognosticating on stocks thing. I think they're going to do the whole bit with Mamet, which is probably the only thing I'm looking forward to from this season. And no other guests have been announced, right? So there's
nothing. He literally was going to start talking about things, but there was no guest to announce it, and it was so weird that Nikki Glaser was thrown up there. It was almost like a now, is Nikki Glaser part of the Buchwald agency? Because there's nobody else on God's green earth that would throw their client on an early morning show after hosting an award show, that a show that no one will hear or talk about. I mean, it made no sense at all. It wasn't like she was on Good Morning America. She was on a show that no one is listening to.
She is managed by Brillstein Entertainment Partners.
Well, she needs to fire them.
Why? She's hotter than ever.
Them, because anybody that told you to go on to the Stern Show this morning, this is almost as good as being cast in Madam Web. I mean, this is pretty bad.
I think what she thinks, and again, I don't know. You know what? I don't know what she's thinking. I don't know if this is good for her. I don't know that going on that show when, meanwhile, I'm sure she was like a hot commodity today, and everybody wanted to talk to her. Oh, okay. This is interesting. So she's also part of United Talent Agency, and the roster they have is Nikki Glaser, Sebastian Maniscalco, a lot actually, shockingly. Let me see.
Of all mid comics.
Well, I don't know. This list is tremendous, so I don't know that any of this is.
It's all C-list, D-list people.
Yeah, I got nothing.
They have 50 C and D-list people, so it's great.
Exactly. All right. So yeah. So that's all we got for you today.
That's all we got.
Me and the negative Nancys have.
I'm not a negative Nancy.
I've given you everything we could possibly give you and more today. And yeah, UTA is one of the biggest agencies, and I think they do her bookings. But is Brillstein like her PR? I'm not really sure who they are, so you could let me know. They had a short clip of him interviewing Aubrey Plaza. Carpenter husband died. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about, Abrazo. I think I went off a little bit on the deep end. All right, my friends. So that is it for tonight. It is 10 o'clock. We are done with the show. We will see you again tomorrow. Do you have trivia tomorrow, Dennis?
I don't think so. I have no notifications.
Oh, okay.
I will be here at same bat time, same bat channel.
Yes. Okay, cool. All right. So friends, Dennis, what's been going on with DJ's Classic Garage?
Oh my God.
Yes.
So much has been going on. I did a video on the 5 things that have killed the car hobby, and I think I struck a nerve with it being that it's been viewed over 45,000 times.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a little hot. And so we've grown, and I've done a couple things on just talking about the hobby. I'm gonna be putting up a video on me going drag racing, and also I'm going to do a video on diagnosing something that happened with my car that I feel like an idiot. That's the problem, but I learned something from drag racing, so that's what's been going on. Just
All
things
right,
like
so
that.
gotta stay tuned to DJ's Classic Garage, which is available to you on YouTube, and the
Yes.
link is below in the information section down there. So we're gonna say goodnight, and yeah, that's I think that's pretty
That's
much
about it. Yeah.
all we got for you. Do I have a closing? Do you have my closing thing for you? I do. All right, friends. Love you all. We will see you anon, and have a great night. Thanks for hanging with us tonight. Please join us for any discussion at radiogunk.com in the forums section. Follow us on Instagram or Twitter at RadioGunk. And don't forget to like this and subscribe to us and hit that little bell so that you know when we're going to have a new show. Thanks.